rolled on the floors and turning the sheets. We came from everything but nothing, if not dreams. We are J-E-A-N-S, G-E-N-E-S,
J-E-A-N-S.
We are G's. We are G's rolled on the floor. Nothing more but nothing less.
I see that in what you used to
Nothing more but nothing less.
How about
We are G's.
We are G's.
you can be like, you can cut 'em up, you can cut 'em up and have short.
Yeah.
G.
You can cut 'em up.
Cut 'em short and make 'em into
Show your booty.
skirts. La, 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 G. We wear jeans. We are pants. We are destiny. That is the dance.
G. It's the pants you are born with.
We are jeans.
Jeans.
This is actually how they do in church.
Get 'em.
That's fucking
Jeans.
J-E-A-N-S, J-E-A-N-S. We are jeans.
J-E-N-S. Yes.
Hey.
We are. What are we? We are denim. All in between. The carpet and our legs.
Everybody.
I got a note last night.
What is it?
Well, what it means is that you're just born and you just gotta figure it out.
jeans.
Jeans is informative.
The pants they wear, the clothes make the man.
Yeah. You can't prove anything that happened yesterday. Jeans.
The pants.
It's the pants you are born with.
The pants that you're born with, you can't avoid it.
You know what you are as I know what I am. We all know what we are. No man can stand in judgment. They can play like they're standing in judgment. They can play like they stand in judgment and take you out and control the masses with your human body. They can lock you up in penitentiaries and cages and put you on crosses like they did in the past, but it doesn't amount to nothing. I got a note last night from a friend of mine. He writes in this note that he's afraid of what he has to do to save his reality. As I save mine. You can't prove anything that happened yesterday. control the masses with your human body. They can lock you up in penitentiaries and cages and put you on crosses like they did in the past, but it doesn't amount to nothing. What they're doing is they're persecuting a projection of themselves. They're persecuting what they can't stand to look at in themselves. The truth. The truth.
Bravo. I liked it when you slowed it down because you have to let it sink in.
Yeah.
Because it's so packed. Like you could try from a different angle because like it...
About people having different opinions, pitting people against each other and ultimately reaching a conclusion. So it's understandable to be divided and to be divisive at different points.
Well, campaigning is about divisiveness.
Yeah.
Governing is about seeing if you can reach across the aisle and make the coalitions that you need to do to the extent that he has to. For some of the things he wants to do, he's going to need 60 votes, and that means Democrats.
Which means at least 8 Democrats, if not more Democrats, as more of the dignitaries arrive here, begin to fill some of the seats at the Capitol. It's our understanding that at this hour, the House of Representatives was to have gone into session inside the building, not very far from us here. We're, of course, underneath the west front of the Capitol, or by the west front of the Capitol, looking up at the Capitol Dome. Most, not all, members of the House will be at their seats a little bit later on this morning. Now, Mara, do you have any sense of how would you describe the way the president's tone has changed or shifted at all in the last few days of his time as president-elect, the last few days of this transition?
You're talking about Barack Obama, the outgoing president.
I'm actually talking about the president-elect.
Oh, president-elect. Okay. Okay. Well, the president-elect's tone hasn't changed much, and that's one of the surprising things. I guess maybe it shouldn't have been surprising about how he's conducted himself since he's won. He's been firing off the angry tweets. He's been picking fights with various people. He's been boasting about the size of his win and how it surprised everyone. He's kind of been going over the play-by-play of his victories as he's spoken to various groups. He's seemed very sensitive and almost insecure about his victories, like FBI or anywhere else. Sometimes he seemed like a sore winner, but he did tweet a very positive and excited tweet today. You know, the work begins now. And one of the things that I wanted to bring up, just because this is something that Steve and I share with the president-elect, is Andrew Jackson is his inspiration, and his aides have been mentioning that many times.
Thanks for the plug there, Mara. I really appreciate it.
Steve wrote a book about Andrew Jackson, and I happen to be a member of the board of the Andrew Jackson Foundation. So that's interesting because Jackson was the famous, obvious populist president, and Donald Trump sees a lot of parallels between his anti-establishment campaign.
Jackson was somebody who ran against the elites of his time, the aristocracy as he called them, even though he himself was certainly a member of the elite, which is a similarity. There's also, of course, a number of differences, one of them being that Jackson won a thunderous landslide, and this president, although legally he clearly won, it was not a landslide. He lost the popular vote, which perhaps gets to some of the sensitivity you mentioned. Well, Lyson, thanks very much. Stick with us. I want to go now out into the crowd because NPR's Jennifer Ludden is somewhere out among those thousands and thousands of people, many of them there's a lot of red in this crowd for the Red Making America Great Again hats. Jennifer, where are you? What do you see?